Right, welcome ladies and gents. More Marvel madness. More Marvel madness. Blade. That movie which has just sort of languished in development hell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you be surprised? Tell me, would you be surprised if I told you there's another issue? Would you be surprised? Would you be shocked if I told you that it has now lost an actor? Would you be surprised? No, of course you wouldn't. My goodness me. Why would you be surprised? Genuinely, why would you be surprised? So, the film has now lost one of its stars. It was the co-star of the movie, essentially. They've now gone. Because why would you stay? Like, this movie is a complete joke. Now, it looks like, from what they're saying anyway, they're claiming that they've basically been written out. I'm not sure how much of that I agree with. I'm sure some of it's just them saving face. But, you know, there's been so many rewrites to this film. Who do you believe at this stage? Genuinely. Who do you believe? So, shall we get into it? Shall we take a look? Yes, we shall. Also, quickly, before we do, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Patreon and I have channel memberships. It would be really good if you could consider supporting the channel with Patreon as well as memberships. Patreon will be getting some distinct changes coming up, along with memberships as well. So please consider supporting the channel. You can do so for as little as $1.27 a month, which is pretty good. That's over on memberships anyway. But anyway, I digress. Got to say some of this stuff every now and then. So let's take a look, shall we? Right. We have this here. The Mahershala Ali Blade movie loses Aaron Pierre amid numerous script rewrites. This is the film, by the way, just to clarify. This film was going to have Blade being the fourth lead, because that's what everyone wants in their Blade movie. Didn't you know? Of course. Why would you not want Blade not as the star? Why would you not want Blade to be a film about women and their issues? Are you some kind of bigot? God's sake, honestly, what a joke. What an absolute joke. So, another problem. Another day, another Marvel problem, it seems. Now, some would say, we'll get into the report in a minute, but some would say that this is part of them trying to course correct. I completely do not buy into any of that. And the reason why I don't buy into any of that, ladies and gentlemen, is simply because Marvel has a long history, currently, years worth, of greenlighting utter garbage, and also forcing changes upon its sort of fans which they don't want. You know, killing people left, right and centre. Swapping people out for women. Like, all this nonsense. It's not what people want. They have a long history of it. Do I believe that now, all of a sudden, they've wised up? No, I don't. Especially considering they're still predominantly funded by DEI and ESG funds, which comes from their primary investors, BlackRock. So, yeah, forgive me for not really believing in any of this crap. So anyway, the reveal of the 2-times Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali as Blade, that was in 2019, guys. 2019. We're 5 years on. 5 years. And we're still no closer to this being even in production. 5 years. You know what you can do in 5 years? Quite a lot. Quite a lot. You could have 2 children in 5 years. Maybe even more. That's crazy. They can't even make a movie. Anyway, fast forward to 2024, and the numerous scripts and directorial issues that have beset the production could be viewed as a microcosm of the larger issues currently plaguing the MCU as a whole. So the latest news to emerge from the troubled reboot of the franchise that helped usher in the era of superhero movies alongside Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Hugh Jackman's X-Men, is that Aaron Pierre, who was on Krypton and Foe, will no longer co-star alongside Ali, because, sure, he's gone. So there's an interview with Variety, which we'll take a look at here. So this is the chap, Aaron Pierre, says he's not attached to Marvel's Blade as the project evolved. I'm no longer involved in that. That's what he says. I think, I'm just going to say, he's playing it cool. I bet you he's pretty pissed. God damn. So the actor revealed all of this to Variety on the red carpet for the 55th NAACP CP Image Awards. Says early on, there were conversations about his involvement, is what he was saying. And as the project evolved, I'm no longer part of that. Attached. So he was going to star alongside Mahershala Ali, who's going to be playing Blade, of course. Pierre's role remained undisclosed, although it was reported that he was chosen for the part after an expansive and thorough casting process. So that's important to note, right? You do an expansive and thorough casting process. That's the person that you nail down. That's the one that you want. You clearly spent a significant amount of time doing that, and then poof, gone. Bye. That doesn't scream positive, does it? That screams like this movie had the biggest creative overhaul ever. And it also goes to show that they really have no idea what they're doing. I've said this time and time again. This movie is not hard to get right. These films that struggle to get off the ground are struggling to get off the ground because people, writers, if you can even call them that, are really struggling with a way to shoehorn in their modern day politics to a very simplistic story that feels awkward and weird with modern day politics attached to it. Right? Blade, not a difficult story to get right. Fantastic Four, not a difficult story to get right. A lot of these movies are not difficult to get right, but it becomes difficult when you've got to try to figure out a way to subvert your audience with going along with nonsense. It's the truth. And this is what this movie was plagued with, unequivocally. So Marvel has only officially announced Ali's casting as the eponymous Vampire Slayer. So Pierre is far from the first person to exit the Marvel film, just as a bit of a background, which is funny. So loads of development issues. Multiple directors and writers have been attached. Bassam Tariq was originally slated to direct, with Stacey Osai Kufor penning the script, who exited 2 months before production was set to commence. Yann Demange then came on board as the director, and Michael Green was hired as a screenwriter. Variety reported at least 5 writers have been attached to the film. That's crazy. And the recent update anyway was in December, and it was from Ali, where he just goes, we're working on it. That's the best I could tell you. I'm really encouraged with the direction of the project. We'll be back at it relatively soon. I'm sincerely encouraged in terms of where things are at and who's on board and who's leading the way as far as the writing and the script and the directing and all that. So that's the extent of what I can tell you. That's it. That's shit. So, yeah. Not good, is it, really? So he's also, like, you know, this guy's got some other stuff going on. Not a lot, but he's got some other stuff going on. But there you go. He's gone. Marvel Blade is still a joke, of course. When was it going to get any better? Pfft, no time soon. What do you think? Thoughts down below. If you want to support the channel, like I said, we've got memberships and we have Patreon. It's all linked down below, but it would help if you did. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.